As the fighting progressed, we'd all been blown up so many times. It kind of did seem like the writing was on the wall. The problem with TBI is that there's no way of telling whether you're going to take one hit and go down for the count or whether you're going to take 100 hits and never have an issue. My tank had been hit multiple times by RPGs and IEDs during the wall project when we built the wall through Sutter City. At some point, my memory started to fall apart, and I've looked back at my medical records and saw that I had a permanent migraine starting sometime in April. About June 8th, we were doing a patrol. My tank got hit again. The injury I sustained was a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was unconscious for a significant period of time. I had a worse headache, balance problems. Cognitive ability was really decreased, my ability to focus. My eyes were fine, it's just my brain couldn't process the information. I have a permanent ringing in the ears, which a hearing aid can't fix because it's the brain. I was sent back to the cache, ended up coming back to Fort Carson, and had a long road for recovery. The thing that bothered me the most was, in a sense, I felt like I was weaker than everybody else. Everybody had been blown up. Here I am, the guy that has to go back and sit on the bench for the rest of the deployment. It really bothered me. And I thought to myself a lot of times, man, it'd be so much easier if I just lost a leg or an arm. At least people would say, oh yeah, that's why you're on the bench. I got it. But when you can walk and people look at you and they can't tell, it's harder to say, yeah, I'm here because I got hit. I felt weak, and I didn't like that.
I don't remember a lot about those very early weeks when it was more of an evaluation process. I started spending a lot more time with him when his daily treatment started, when he began to go to rehab, things like that. It was very intensive, whether it would be speech, physical. He had a lot of balance problems. Some of it was for that. I told him all along, I'm just going to treat you like I'm your mother, and if I make you nuts, that's too bad.
I've known Chuck and Donna since I got to Fort Carson. They took me in under their wing right off the bat. Donna took me to probably at least 80% of my appointments. Without them, I don't think my recovery would have been possible. While I was recovering, I had a hard time seeing the difference of my progress. It didn't feel like I was really getting anywhere. I felt like I was still stupid. The frustration of going from being a college graduate to somebody who would flunk 4th grade, it's a very huge slap in the face to go from being a platoon leader responsible for 16 men to I can't even take care of myself. It's very overwhelming. The biggest thing with TBI is to never give up hope. If you push yourself and if you're patient with yourself, there is hope. And it takes strength to admit that you need help. And it takes a lot more strength to be patient enough with yourself to allow yourself to recover. And eventually you do. There's no shame in getting checked out like you're supposed to. I would caution soldiers that have been hit by explosions to go to their aid station and get checked out. And at the same time, I'd caution to watch your buddy, because a lot of times you'll notice somebody else's injuries from a TBI more than you'll notice your own.
He's definitely progressed, definitely a more positive person. He doesn't get as upset as easily as he did, and his balance is phenomenal. I mean, now he can ride a bike, go hiking, he skis. He's pretty much back to the active person that he was before. I credit a large part to the Brain Rehab Center here, and then his want to get better. He fought so hard to get, to where he is today.
I think what we all tried to assure him of, just taking one day at a time, one appointment at a time, and just one frustration at a time, and just working through them and taking things in little small steps. Not trying to solve all the problems of a returning soldier at his post all in one day. Since then, he's fallen in love, he's gotten married, his wife's about to expect their first child. He's a company commander. I mean, what can you say? That's a success story in my eyes. The guy's turned around, he's got his life back together. If there's a success story for the care that can be provided to a soldier, combined with his attitude, it works. It works.